Hi, we're here to talk about non-compete agreements, which are agreements by which an employee agrees not to compete with a former employer for some period of time. Are these enforceable? Sure they are, but to be enforceable, they have to meet three criteria. The first is the agreement can't be any more restrictive than necessary to protect an employer's legitimate business interests. So what does that mean? Let's say you're a distributor. You've lost a key salesperson. Well, you need time to replace that key salesperson so you can reestablish those connections with those customers. How long does that take? Well, you try to control that process by limiting the amount of time that your former employee cannot compete with you. And you try to manage it by prohibiting from competing with you in a certain geographic area. Second requirement is the contract cannot present an undue hardship for the employee. Well, you might say, wait a minute, anytime we're limiting somebody's ability to compete to earn a livelihood, we're creating some hardship. And the answer is you're right, but the question for the court will be whether you are creating an unjust hardship in light of the contract under those circumstances. Third requirement is the agreement cannot present some public harm. So if you have a carefully drafted agreement that meets those three criteria, it will be enforceable. So what's the takeaway? For employees, the takeaway is if you are asked to sign one, make sure you're comfortable with it. Think about where you might be 5 years from now, because it's easier to try to negotiate it now than it is to fight it 5 years later. If you're an employer, draft it so that it's reasonable in the restrictions it presents for the employee. Because the last thing you want to do is spend time and money fighting a contract in court only to find that it's unenforceable.